He's bad.
Good afternoon, lady and gentlemen. Please be seated. Sheriff Swillard, there's a nasty rumor going about that you are not seeking re-election.
Well,
Surely, Sheriff, after 2 highly successful terms in office and no opposition, you will not deny the public your services for the next 4 years? Did you start that ugly rumor, Huey?
No, sir. Well, that is...
May I speak, sir? The sheriff is somewhat hesitant to run unopposed in this campaign.
Is this true, Sheriff?
As his campaign manager, I was thinking that perhaps this time he should have some token opposition.
What?
In all honesty, sir, and you gave me license to speak frankly last month, I think that the sheriff would fare much better if I could run someone against him.
Gentlemen, and Louise, you seem to forget that Dr. K and I have devised plans by which I can claim my rightful inheritance. I have spent 10 years eliminating all political opposition in this city. All opposition. I will not jeopardize my destiny because my sheriff wants to run against someone. It is imperative that Dr. K and I have a sheriff who understands the law and his mission. That's straight. You are the finest campaign wizard in this country. I have nurtured you, been your friend. Why, I gave you Louise.
Thank you.
Why?
Well, if the sheriff has to evict the city, then the people would take it much better if the person who threw them out was the person who they chose to vote for.
I'm not interested in their choice.
It'll go better this time, boss, if the election doesn't look rigged.
Dummy, go play in the street. Listen to me, you rooted lackeys. 200 years ago, my enlightened ancestor, Silas Napoleon DeGrease, had the foresight to offer the Indians of this area 8 barrels of whiskey and 4 white women in exchange for title to all the lands drained by the River Rouge. That precious document has been authenticated by every scholar and attorney that I have bought for the last decade. Immediately following the election for sheriff, I will file my claim to the city by right of inheritance. The sheriff will serve notice of eviction to all residents of the city. This is Plan A, Sheriff. Dr. K has also prepared Plan B. You will do this, Sheriff. You are correct, Dutch. Find someone to run against him. Someone so bad he'll make Neff Swillard look like God's gift of the decade. Get someone so bad that his own mother will campaign against him. And remember, I saw the producers 5 times. He had better be one failure who fails, or we will all answer to Dr. K. Now go.
Tomato salesman sure gets mad.
Nicely done, Silas.
I do hope you have found someone to run against me.
Of course, I wouldn't have suggested anything unless I had everything all worked out. We're going to drive out now and talk to him.
Where is he?
In the sticks.
What's his name?
Garth. DeFramis.
What?
He's a what, all right? Meanest SOB I've ever seen. The voters will love to hate him.
Do we pick him up in the zoo?
No, he's chained to a tree outside of town.
You're serious?
Geez, how did he do it?
Tried real hard to keep him here, Mr. Dutch. I liked the change, just like you said, but I kept him drunk just like he wanted.
Then why isn't he here?
I don't know anything that could keep him tied. Best I can figure is old man Burnham let his cows out to pasture and Garth got wind of him.
Can't we get some of the boys and throw a net over him?
You don't understand, Louise. Garth the Framus is loose in the Burnham woods. The last time I had this happen, it took me a week to find him. I don't have the time now.
So what now?
We beat the bushes. Somewhere out there is the perfect, impossible candidate. I've got to find him.
Sorry, Mr. Dutch.
If you'd stop searching for Mr. Wonderful and give me a hand, we might be able to get out of here.
I don't know anything about machinery.
Well, you better find someone who does. This is a hell of a place to get stuck. Why are we looking in the country anyway? Why don't we just get somebody out of the slums?
Louise, you will be so good as to leave the casting to me. Well, we're not accomplishing a thing out here, so let's go.
Where?
And follow that cow path there. There should be a farmhouse down there somewhere.
I'd rather not.
Would you rather stay here alone?
That son of a... I've had enough. I'm going to die right here.
Come on,
I can't. I'm dead.
Louise.
And besides that, I'm hallucinating.
What?
Over there. A man. I see a man. But it can't be a man.
Well, yeah, there is somebody. Let's go. Don't shoot! We're coming over! Ah. Hey! How y'all doing? Pardon us, but sorry to disturb you, but our car won't start and we're looking for a telephone. Telephone? Ain't no telephones around here.
Any nearby?
Nope. There might be one at Earl's place, but he ain't there. You folks passing through?
We live in town.
That's a long walk. Where's your car? Maybe I can fix it.
Well, we appreciate your offer, but...
Thank you. That's very kind of you.
I just like to help people.
I'm Louise, and this is Dutch Treat. What's your name?
Buford. Buford Mills.
Mr. Mills, it's a pleasure to meet you.
Nice meeting you, too. Where's your car?
This way, up this cow path.
Pardon me. What were you doing with that gun just now?
I was fishing.
Any man who fishes like that ought to be sheriff.
Okay, Debbie, stand by for news promo 1 and action.
It won't start? That's right. Well, what are you doing? This car just needs a little attention. That's all.
Him.
I'm thinking.
He'll do anything I tell him, and he doesn't know enough to cause trouble.
Thank you so much, Mr. Mills. Buford, what do you do?
I like to fish. Mr. Mills, how large is your family? Oh, now that's real sad, Mr. Treat. I ain't got no family. I'm an orphan. I work for Mr. Burnham. Oh, Mr. Mills, Buford, this is your lucky day. It is? Yes. How would you like to come to work for me? Oh, gee, that's real nice of you, Mr. Treat, but I just couldn't. I couldn't leave Mr. Burnham. He needs me.
You like to help people, don't you?
Oh, yes, ma'am.
And you'd do anything you could to really help Mr. Burnham?
I would.
The people in the country need you, and the people in the city need you. You must help them.
Need me? There are bad people out there, Buford. Robbing, shooting, stealing. The people are afraid. They need someone to protect them.
They want you to help them.
They do, but they don't even know me.
But if they did know you and call for you, you'd be their sheriff, wouldn't you?
Me? Sheriff? Gosh.
It's true, Buford. The people want you. They need you. You must help them.
Scoundrels are behind every tree, in every driveway. Little old ladies can't go shopping because they're afraid.
Children can't go out to play because...
The bad people are loose in the city, Buford. Help them. The people need to know that you'll protect them. Run for sheriff.
Gosh, I don't know.
You like to fish? Well, a sheriff can fish anywhere he wants, anytime he wants.
With anyone he wants.
Louise, would you please take Mr. Mills and explain to him what this means for him? I found him! I found him! He's perfect!
Thank you. He doesn't have a chance.
Well, there you are. Okay, what's up? We've got the exclusive on the race for sheriff.
Race?
Race. Swillard has opposition. We break it on the 5 o'clock news tonight, and BM Magazine will do a special on the 2 campaigns election night.
Well, who's running against him?
Some unknown from left field named Buford Mills. Our source says the campaign has money and that Mills is serious.
That'll give Swillard the shakes.
I'm putting you on the Mills campaign. Stick with it all the way. Get to know this Mills person. Highlight his public image against the real man.
Well, who's his campaign manager?
Are you ready for this? Dutch Treat.
Good Lord. He is serious.
Dutch is your contact. Get it all, you've got the exclusive on the whole thing. The commercials, the strategy, the image making, and especially the real Mills. We're going to put together one heck of an election night story.
You know, somebody must have some clout to get this kind of an exclusive from Dutch Treat.
I can see the ratings now. Well, scat, find Dutch Treat and get going.
You know, it's nice to have things going right for once.
Tomato juice. Nothing but tomato juice.
Anything you want, sweetie. I mean, Mr. DeGrease.
I'm expecting Dutch Treat. Bring him to me and be quiet about it. I don't want anyone to know I am here.
Dutch Treat, why, Mr. Treat? Mr. DeGrease is waiting for you. Scrap his play. Just follow me.
I'll follow you anywhere.
Scotch.
Neat.
Louise having headaches.
Oh, sorry, sir. She'd look good in the commercial.
You do not have time for lusting, Mr. Treat. Plan A is well underway, and it is more important than ever that no one, and I mean no one, know the extent of my involvement. Dr. K and I are in the final stages of Plan B. I cannot be distracted.
Oh, of course not, sir.
And I won't be. You are now in charge of Plan A.
I?
You.
Me?
See that Swillard wins big. Make Buford Mills a clown. Next to him, Neff Swillard must look like the Lone Ranger.
No problem there, sir.
For your sake, I hope not. I have arranged for Debbie DeBarona to cover the Mills campaign. Use her to keep him distracted. You will find it useful to get a photograph of her and Mills together.
You mean the kind of photograph that'll keep her quiet if there's any problem?
My confidence in you is well placed.
You can trust me to see that Plan A is a success, sir.
I don't have to trust you. I own you.
Here you are, Mr. Treat.
Thank you.
Another tomato juice?
No, thank you.
Mr. DeGrease, you selling lots of tomatoes these days?
Thanks to Mr. Treat's excellent marketing plan, I am selling lots of tomatoes. Now, if you'll excuse me.
I want to be in pictures.
Oh, yeah.
Don't put any signs on that door. I do have some professional pride. Have you finished typing a speech yet?
I am not a typist. You know that.
Buford has his first interview with Debbie DeBarona in a few minutes, private and off camera. If he remembers to say half the things I told him, she'll crucify him. Then we'll have to be there to pick up the pieces.
The man will do or say anything we tell him. Amazing but true. It's kind of nice, you know, to have someone trust you that much.
Well, as long as he says what I tell him, we can't lose. Can't win. But finish typing those cards. We have a very important speech tonight.
They'll kill him.
Maybe.
You'd think, with all the money that we're laundering around here, we could afford to hire a real typist.
I can't risk anybody that close. I've got to have tight security if this campaign is going to succeed and fail.
If you're so worried about security, why are you allowing that media flake to cover the inside track?
She's a vital part of Plan A. She doesn't know she is, but she is.
I just don't see it.
And that, my dear, is what you're typing and I'm thinking. Are you done yet?
I'm going as fast as I can.
Hey there, Beardy.
Hey, baby!
Quiet, everybody. Quiet. I want to introduce to you your next sheriff, Buford Mills. Hi there. I'm Buford Mills, and you want me to be your next sheriff.
When I become your sheriff, I'm going to clean up crime and enforce the laws. We got to make our streets safe. And to do that, I'm going to lock up all the bars at 9 o'clock.
Who is this turkey? Go away.
When I become sheriff, you won't have to worry about the riffraff anymore. I'm going to station a deputy at every night spot, and anyone who can't read the fine print on his badge gets locked up.
No. We don't have to sit for this. We got Nell Swillard as our sheriff, but we got to keep him, right?
Yeah. When I become sheriff, this poor little girl will be safe. I'm going to see to it that she wears enough clothes. No! I'm going to make this town a wonderful place to live.
Come on, man, let's do something about this.
What have we got here?
Madman, madman!
Let's back off, boys. As long as I'm sheriff, every man is safe to have a good time. Hey, son. Why don't you get out here while you can?
Hi, I'm Buford Mills, and I'm going to be the next sheriff.
Not if you don't get out of here. Why don't you just run along while I buy all these good citizens a couple rounds of drinks? Drinks from the sheriff, boys.
We want that! We want that! We want that!
You all right? Perfect. Now look, they know who you are. That's the important thing.
Are you okay?
Yeah? Buford, going back to the hotel, get some sleep. We have 5 speeches tomorrow. Yeah, okay. I'll see y'all in the morning. Good night.
I feel terrible.
Nonsense, it worked perfectly.
Who are you trying to get elected anyway?
Perfect.
And when I'm your sheriff, I plan to enforce the moral codes and see to it that our helpless women stay in the homes, out of the schools, out of the churches, and especially out of City Hall. Barefoot and pregnant.
Your mother almost
Hi, I'm Nell Swillard. I have been your sheriff for the past 8 years.
No, that'll never do. Cut. That'll, here, stand it straight. Look at that. Okay. Stomach in. Probably not. Will you please? Okay. Like a little color on the cheeks. Yeah. I haven't had this trouble with Buford. Okay, now, it's better.
Hi, I'm Nell Swillard. I have been your sheriff for the past 8 years and want to be your sheriff again.
Swillard people are really having trouble making that rat look like a hero.
I'm not so sure. You seen the tapes of the Mills speeches lately?
Some of them.
You know, they're using Mills to bolster Neff's image. They make Buford look so bad that Swillard seems ideal.
Them? You mean there may be a connection between the two campaigns?
Must be. There's more to this than I know. Mills has a speech tonight. I'm going to find out what he and Dutch Treat are really doing.
Look at that. Mush man.
Politics.
They need my help.
Buford Mills, what is it about you?
Fourscore and 7 years ago, you came to this place and built towers of marble and ivory. But times have changed, and now you're afraid. Well, I'm running for sheriff now, and you can rest in peace, because when I'm elected, I will enforce the laws, maintain your peace, and make this a wonderful place to live. Neff Swillard has been unable to catch the criminals and grave robbers that plague this community. As your sheriff, I swear that as long as I live, I will pursue the crook, the cheat, and bring them to justice. And that's why I'm asking you to vote for me, Buford Mills, Sheriff. Thank you.
You're insane, you know?
Oh, Miss Debbie. I didn't know you were here.
Mr. Mills, you just gave a political speech in a cemetery. Why?
Dutch says the graveyard is full of people who vote in every election. I didn't want to miss the chance to speak to a voter. I'm glad you came. It's kind of lonely out here.
Buford, you're a fool. Can't you see what Dutch is doing? He's making you look like a clown so that Neff Swiller will look half decent. You're just cannon fodder. Oh, God. Can't you see that you're being used? Oh, you're so naive. You're so innocent. It's endearing, but it'll kill you. You really believe you're running for sheriff?
Dutch wouldn't do that. He's my friend.
Dutch is not your friend. You don't have any friends. Except me. And I don't know why I am.
Are you my friend?
Oh, Buford. You're so good. You're so dumb. Yes, I'm your friend.
Are you hurt? No, leave me alone.
You louse! Isn't it enough you're killing him with this farce of a campaign? You have to blackmail him with pictures, too?
That's a nasty wound, Dutch. Maybe we ought to go see a doctor.
I don't need you to take me anywhere.
At least somebody ought to see that.
What are you doing this? What's it about? You!
Why am I doing this? Because you're my friend. That's why.
It's true. It's true. I never had a friend before.
No more tricks, Dutch.
No more tricks. Look, I've got to rethink everything. Bother with DeGrease. Look, I need to think. Buford, you going back and rest a while. We're going to have a very busy day tomorrow. Look, Miss Deborona, please be at my office tomorrow. If you want to cover a real campaign, if you want a real story, look, be there. Now, look, you two, go on. Leave me alone now. I've got a thing. I've got a friend. I've got a friend. We can do it. I can do it. I can win. Buford Mills can be elected sheriff.
Mr. Treat. Mr. Treat.
Buford can win.
You sort of dozed off there.
I tell you, Buford can win.
Oh, Buford can win.
Can of sardines can win this election. It's all right in these figures.
It's all in your head, Dutch.
Trust me, I know what I'm doing. I think that we ought to... Not now, Buford. We have to get you elected.
But you're so far behind in the campaign, in the polls.
Look, polls don't mean a thing unless you know how to read them. And I have taken, given, arranged, rigged, unrigged, fixed, faked, and distorted enough polls to know how to read them.
And they all say that Swiller will murder any competition, any opposing candidate for sheriff.
Look, you don't just read a political poll. You don't just read between the lines either. You get down underneath. You grab those numbers by their hairy little bodies and you make them say what you want to hear.
And you hear them shouting, Buford.
Well, actually, it's more of a squeak. Now,
How can you stand there and say that Buford Mills will be our next sheriff? The campaign is in the election's in 3 weeks.
Swiller is vulnerable.
Where?
Everywhere. Besides, we have more than 3 weeks. We have Buford, we have Louise, we have me. I know what I'm talking about, guys. I've been running these figures all night. I even busted my favorite adding machine. This election stacks up pretty straight if you know how to look at it and you look at it just right. Now, Swillard is in the lead. He has every chance of winning. He has money, incumbency, he's a powerful machine. He has recently improved in the polls.
Yeah, Swillard has 42% of the projected vote, and Buford has 7.
Swillard has been sheriff for 8 years. He's the subject of the most intensive election campaign I have ever seen. And yet,
51% of the voters haven't decided who to vote for. If Buford can just get those voters.
it's better and easier than that. Most of Swillard's support is marginal.
I'm a butter man myself.
Marginal. Most of them aren't committed. And that means we can get them to switch over to Buford.
My God, this is possible.
Buford can win.
Buford can win.
Buford can win?
Huh? What? Any man who fixes an adding machine like that ought to be sheriff.
Debbie, Buford out.
What?
Out. Take Buford out and get his hairstyle. No, strike that. It's too slick. Get him some business suits. Conservative, but in style.
Hey, I'm a reporter, remember? What about the campaign?
Buford is the campaign, dear. Cover him.
Come on.
Buford, this town has been run, some would say, run into the ground by a succession of businessmen, politicians, do-gooders, clowns, crooks, and thieves. I think it's time we turned it over to the good people. I don't see how honesty, innocence, and total incompetence could possibly do worse.
Friends don't let friends down, Dutch. If you say we can win, we can win.
Are you crazy? Don't you know what you're doing?
I'm electing Buford Mills sheriff.
Here, I'll just get you a good stiff.
I quit drinking.
It's after sunrise.
I'm serious. I quit drinking.
You've quit drinking. Quit anything else you want to tell me about? I mean, you, we.
Everything. At least until after the election. I have to have full concentration for the campaign.
Let's see, moon. Here it is. Moon turns blue, right under the story about hell freezing over and Dutch Treat getting reformed.
Dutch, you realize this cuts it between you and DeGrease. If he doesn't get even with you, it's only because Dr. K wants you for himself.
Dr. K, I've never even seen him.
If Reece DeGrease is afraid of Dr. K, then that's good enough for me.
I know, but I can't let myself be worried about that sort of thing anymore.
What's happened to you? Dutch Treat used to be mean,
Rude,
evil,
vulgar,
bad,
murderous.
nasty. Until that day at the cemetery, until you met Buford.
Buford. Ever since he pulled the nail out of my hand, I've looked at things differently.
I don't understand.
Well, when you were a kid, didn't you have a lot of playmates and close friends who would forgive you no matter what kind of trick you played on them?
Well, sure, we all.
They would keep on forgiving you no matter how many dirty tricks you played.
Yeah, but...
Even after you kept on with those crummy, cruel little stunts, day in and day out, they'd forgive you.
Well, yeah, but I guess a person could carry it a
The
bit.
little monsters turned on me. Oh, never mind. Just that Buford is the only one who ever really cared about being my friend. I don't know. It's all occurred to me.
Dutch, how do you plan to finance this little campaign of yours?
Our old friend Reece DeGrease had to launder certain funds for a small South American revolution, and he used the Mills for Sheriff organization to do it.
Where Dutch Treat is campaign manager with
full access to all funds. All I have to do is withdraw what we need when the bank opens this morning.
Then we're in. My God, I've joined you.
We are in, aren't we?
Not quite. I'm good. Real good. But even I can't get Buford Mills elected sheriff.
Oh, Dutch, you've fixed and rigged more elections around here than anybody.
Not more than
Than who?
the media man.
Do you know him?
No one knows him. I do know how to reach his number. Buford is counting on me.
The media man!
Reset. Roll sound. Camera running.
That is, Buford Mills needs your services.
15% commission, expenses, creative control, upfront
Oh,
money.
anything you want.
Target and audience, research, data.
I got it. Whatever you need.
Positioning, editorial environment.
What?
Well, he wants to know what the competition's doing. I think he wants to watch television.
Do not attempt to adjust your set. I am in control. Action, speed, roll on.
There is no song quite so beautiful as a cool evening breeze.
Wonder what the weather's going to be like tonight. Weather's on after the news. I guess we'll find out then.
I'm watching something. What's the four-letter word for the host of Mr. Rogers' Neighborhood Children's Show?
Well, Samantha.
Sam, what would the neighbors think if they heard you talking like that?
Wonder what kind of day it's going to be.
It's a beautiful day in the neighborhood.
For too long, our citizens have suffered at the hands of criminals. Times seem to be getting worse, never better. And the average person feels control of his life slipping away. Just think about it. Pity. Crime is at an all-time high. Assaults on our women and children are increasing. Capital crimes are commonplace. Crooks hide behind legal technicalities and laugh in our faces. You can do something about it. You can elect Buford Mills our next sheriff. Buford Mills is mad, and he has something to say to all you crooks planning a job after the election. A message from the citizens you're so busy ripping off. A message from the man who's going to be seeing you real soon.
Barges? We don't got show you no stinking barges.
Elect Buford Mills sheriff. Paid for by the Mills Campaign Committee, Fred C. Dobbs, chairman.
I didn't believe the guy either, Norton. Not at first. But this guy's for real. I tell you, this guy Mills is different.
Nobody's different.
Not since Malcolm.
Not since Bobby.
Don't you two start again.
When's he coming on?
Any minute, Sam.
Man, it's 2 weeks to that election, and all of a sudden you're talking about this Buford Mills, who I've never even heard of.
Stop. 2 weeks on the same crossword.
When's Buford coming on?
8 o'clock. Any minute, Sam.
8? Do you look up these commercials in the TV guide?
That's something else about Mills. His commercials come on like they were sent to us directly.
Give me a break.
You wait and see.
You are just not living in the real world, kid.
All these two ever do is fight. Jeez, are you still stuck? Yeah, I need a four-letter word for the host of Mr. Rogers' Neighborhood Children's Show.
That's easy. Wimp.
Can you say wimp?
I'm tired. I'm bone tired of crime and criminals and crooked politicians. I bet you are too. My name is Buford Mills, and I'd like to be your next sheriff. Sure, I'm nobody special. Like you, I get mad, though, when I see all the illegals goings-ons around here. You know what the problem is? The crooks have us outgunned. They rob and steal and hurt people with guns, knives, and bombs. We have to fight back with legal restrictions, paperwork, government red tape. While some crook is burning down your store, we have to stay inside filling out police forms. No more. I'm Buford Mills, and I'm mad. If you'll elect me, Sheriff, I'm going to fight fire with firepower. If you vote for Mills, I'll go after the crooks with everything we've got. I've had it. You've had it. Let's get together and do something about it. Remember, a vote for Mills is a vote for the war on crime. Paid for by Mills for Sheriff Campaign Committee. Fred C. Dobbs, Chairman.
You'll see one tonight.
How do you know? Word gets around. Somehow word gets around. I don't know how it gets started, but today at work, everyone was talking about watching Buford on TV tonight.
That's right. I bet everyone's waiting and watching right now.
What time's it come on? 8?
8 is enough.
For too long, our citizens, our grannies, have suffered terror at the hands of criminals. Times seem to be getting worse for all our citizens. The average person feels helpless against the onslaught of the criminal horde. Crime is at an all-time high. Assaults on our women and children are increasing. Even capital crimes are becoming commonplace. And the crooks just sit back and laugh in our faces. And we can't seem to do anything about it.
You can do something about it. You can elect me, Buford Mills, your next sheriff. I'd like to take a few minutes more to discuss my campaign with you, but it looks like I've got work to do. Be seeing you.
Buford Mills is mad. Elect Buford Mills sheriff, paid for by the Mills Campaign Committee, Fred C. Dobbs, chairman.
Any man with a tank, I'll be sheriff. That's right.
Sure use one of those after the show. That could be a long time. You really think it'll take all evening? Sure. What a show. BM Magazine's extended election coverage.
You mean extended profits?
This program is a special service of this station.
Oh, I can see the glitter of higher ratings in your bonus check.
The scheduling of the special program is in no way influenced by the first election in 8 years that's turned out to be a real horse race.
And the town's biggest media event.
With advertisers screaming to buy time. These things never cross my mind.
Dutch treat. I'll kill him. No. I'll let him live. That's worse. Come in. As soon as this election is over, the first thing I'm going to do is let Dutch Treat live. Where's Swillard?
He sort of disappeared, boss. I think the pressure finally got to him.
Yeah, pressure, boss.
Have you both gone to seed? Find him. The minute the election is over, I want him to evict this city.
Yes, sir. We'll start with every bar in town.
We'll bring him in.
No. Just plant yourself near him and call me. Don't let him out of your sight.
Sure, boss. I don't understand.
You don't have to understand. There's more involved here than your little tweedledum, tweedledee brains can fathom. You have your orders from me. I have orders from Dr. K. Dr. K needs certain temperature, climate, and soil conditions for his biological experiments. He also needs room, lots of room. The land underneath this city will give him all these things. Dr. K will take care of everyone. All who remain loyal will be rewarded. Those who betray Dr. K will be dealt with properly. Now, Leaf, leave me alone. Find Swillard. Yes, my precious.
Almost time. Polls close in 1 minute and you go on the air. Want to bet on Swillard's margin of victory? Dutch Treat says Buford will win. Buford Mills, the zero population growth poster child, Sheriff Dutch, and this strange guy dressed in black who's been helping him. They seem confident. A man dressed in black with Dutch Treat? Yeah, some media whiz or something. He and Dutch, they sit back with their polls and printouts, and lately, Dutch has been giggling a lot. Hey, a wager? I bet Buford wins. No bets. Scat, the polls close in 1 minute. The media man. This might be an interesting evening after all.
There I vote? Yeah, look at this. Well, Buford, it's all up to you.
Tension, pressure, pain. Can't take it. Gotta get out of here. Tension, pressure, pain.
Well, call DeGrease and tell him we found our sheriff.
Yeah,
Sheriff. Give me a dime, girlie. And be quick about it.
Well, we'll know in a few hours. Louise, we've been through a lot together, and I we'll talk about it in the morning.
Mills captures office. Mills sweeps office. Oh, no.
King DeGrease. Reece the First. The Emperor. That's it. Your Majesty.
Ladies and gentlemen, it is 1 second past 8 p.m. and the polls have just closed. Just a moment, please. Ladies and gentlemen, it looks like a landslide victory for Buford Mills. Buford is sheriff! Buford Mills, he won! This concludes the special extended election night coverage. Please stay tuned for a travelogue on Nova Scotia, a cartoon, three reruns of the Fishing with Architects Gym show. Good night. Thank you.
night.
Yes, gentlemen. It's good night for old Reece DeGrease.
You okay, boss? You want to hit Huey or something? Yeah, hit Huey.
No. Run along, lads. Dr. K has arranged for you new jobs with the city. Gardening, I think. Take him. He's not the sort of man you refuse, you know. I'm sure that he will be taking care of me soon. Run along now while I finish packing. Pants, shoes, heavy sweater. Swillard.
DeGrease. Dr. K. Bad man's hurting Elf. Gotta get out of here. Gotta get out of here. Jumpy. Paranoid. Trouble in River City. Seeing things. Shadows. Lions, tigers, and bears.
That's where we make our special sauce.
Ah! Look!
He's dead, Mabel. Call Sheriff Mills. Hope it doesn't hurt business.
Hey, it ain't no use sure gonna keep me from stealing, driver.
Yeah, I'm gonna teach him a lesson.
Come on, boys, let's go rob a little lady for the fun of it.
You got that? Yeah.
Hey, you boys hear anything?
Nah.
Sheriff? I don't want to do this.
Dig.
Why should I? I worked real hard for Mr. DeGrease, and this is the thanks I get?
Dr. K said we dig, we dig.
What is this stuff anyway?
Dig. Dig.
Dutch and Louise quit. They're all having a good time working for the sheriff.
You forget. Neff's dead.
An accident. Huey, it's time we started to make our own decisions. Become more assertive. Do what we want to do.
Dig.
I'm leaving. Coming?
Crazy? Dr. K will kill us.
Dr. K? You ever seen Dr. K? The only man I was ever afraid of was DeGrease, and he's gone. I quit. I'm a free man. Not coming?
No.
All right. Don't. Spend the rest of your life digging. Not me. I'm free.
Dig. Dig.
What's the matter?
I don't know. Something's just odd. I have a feeling we're being watched.
Yeah, I know what you mean. Can't be though. We're the only people in this park. Sure there's a lot of this stuff around today. You know, if I was...
No more DeGrease, no more Kane. Dewey, you're a free man today. You done good, Dewey.
No! No! Jordan! No!
Boys. Hey, come on, wake up. Let's play some pool. I'm a free man today. Forget it. Come on, boys, let's have a drink. I'm buying. Shut 'em up.
Yeah. Thank you.
Just when I need it.
Appreciate that.
Anytime, boys, anytime. I'm a free man now, just anytime. Hagen, Father. As a father. I gotta go home. Get car. Get car. What was that? Nothing to be afraid of. I'm a free man.
Mugging's up, shoplifting's up, vandalism's up. Now this murder. We're losing the war on crime. What else can happen? Deputy Treat, ma'am. Dr. K. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. But he's my friend. Not that. Yes, sir. Louise. Yeah, it's me. Yeah, hush, now listen. We've got to leave town. Now.
Whoa! Darn stuff's everywhere these days. My hubcaps! My hubcaps! My brand new baby Moon, Sears, and Robux hubcaps! Somebody's stolen them! Why would anybody take my hubcaps? This is only the beginning. Dr. K. Who is this Dr. K?
I can only take so much. Taking a man's hubcaps is too much. I'm gonna get this Dr. K. I'm gonna get him.
And so this sudden crime wave continues. Sheriff Mills has vowed continued war on crime, yet there is so little that can be done against the vile weed of criminal activity growing in our Garden City. And now, a special report on the subject that's gaining more and more attention these days, that green vine you see growing all around the city, Kudzu, boon or bane.
Oh, it's just Dewey. It's too late. We can't escape. I've got to call Buford. Buford. Buford, can you hear me? Buford, this is Dutch.
Come on out, Sheriff. We're taking over this hospital.
You've got to be careful, Buford. I can't hear you.
Hello, Dutch. Is that you? Hold on. There's terrorists attacking the hospital.
I can't talk now. Be careful. It's very dangerous. I can't hear you. Hello, Buford?
Hold on. Yeah. You and Louise have a fight?
No, it's not that. I can't tell you now. I've got this feeling I'm being watched.
You gave her a watch? That's nice, Dutch, but not very romantic.
I'm being watched. I can almost feel someone looking over my shoulder.
I always give them something romantic, like a new cricket bucket. You need to fix your phone. I can barely hear you. Oh, hold on.
The pressure's breaking me. Buford, what is that? Buford, remember the bad men? Buford. Buford? Take me to your leader.
Come on in, the door's open.
I got your call. I came right over. Dad, you're drinking again.
I'm doing a lot of things again.
What's going on here?
You remember I used to work for Reece DeGrease?
Yeah.
Well, surely as a reporter you must be aware of how much power the man had. He owned land, businesses, politicians, and people. He was ruthless.
You betrayed him and lived.
I was lucky, in a way. That election must have broken him. Well, what I'm trying to get at is, as much as we feared DeGrease, he feared someone else. His boss, Dr. K.
Dr. K?
Oh, you've heard of him.
Tried to check him out, but all we get are rumors.
You're not going to get anything on Dr. K, Debbie. He's too powerful. He can control anybody, make them do anything. Even betray only friends.
Dutch!
I'm sorry, Debbie. Dr. K wants you.
Buford will find out.
Buford will find out in exactly 10 minutes. I'll call him. Tell him that you and I have to look. Meet him at a certain location. You'll be tied up there in 5 minutes.
Dutch, how could you do this?
The man is no different than those plants and vines out there. He goes where he has to survive.
There's more to living than just survival. Friends.
Survival is everything.
Huey. Dr. K said she'd be here. Turned on your old buddy, the sheriff, didn't you? Benedict Arnold. Come on, girlie.
Dutch, what about Buford? Louise!
I gotta call Buford. I gotta get out of here. Get away. Survival. Survival.
You have caused me a great deal of trouble, Sheriff. Your bumbling innocence has delayed my plans for the city. You did not have the wisdom to leave me alone. No, you wouldn't go away. So now I must destroy you.
Excuse me, but have we ever met?
Fool! At this very moment, my forces are taking over the city at the rate of 6 feet per hour. You cannot prevent it. No one can. And that is why, Sheriff, I am going to let you live.
Reece DeGrease. I thought you were a tomato salesman.
I will have my revenge. The time is going, Buford. Right now you can see the time go. Watch it, and know that soon you... Amazing how easy that was. Do it! Now!
Jerk! Oh! Buford! What have you done to him?
Nothing, my dear.
Buford, can you hear me?
He can see and hear you very clearly, but what he sees and hears is not what you and I see and hear.
What are you doing?
Why, having my revenge.
Buford, listen. Reese has hypnotized you. Buford, speak to me.
Debbie, why are you doing this to me? I love you.
Buford, hear me, please. Don't go. Please. I love you.
Can I kill him now?
No, let him go. He can do us no more harm. Lock her up. Miss Deverona will not get off so lightly. And now, my little darlings, your time has come.
I ain't no TV, Mabel. Hello, piggies. Do you like my face? I'm Reece DeGrease, and I own you. My forces have taken root everywhere, and I am in control. Resistance is useless, but please try. I could use the amusement. We could even show it on television. You'd like that. Television. That's how I did it. I own you because you let the world go on without your participation. You gave yourselves to me. retreating back inside your 17-channel cable hookup all-movie station caves. You sat there and let truth become whatever Dan Rather says it is. Justice is what always happens just before the television credits roll. The American way? Ha! You are the American way. Tired, scared, escaping into an electronic picture box. You sat there, Mom, Dad, and the kids, watching your leaders being murdered on prime time. Look, Dad, there's a man with a gun. And when the new leaders came and said, trust me, everything is all right, you bought it because they said it through this box. You sat there and watched a stream of violence interrupted not by tears, but by trash bags, soap powders, TV dinners, and doggy biscuits. And when you heard screams from the house next door, you answered by turning up the volume on some cowboy show about pioneer spirit. And in the morning you moaned about the rising crime rate. Well, you're mine now. Get used to the idea. And just to give you a little taste of what happens when people get in my way, I've arranged a little television program of my own. Tomorrow morning, Louise the Betrayer and your favorite media personality, Miss Debbie DeBarona, will sign off forever, live, thanks to my little green friends. You can watch it all at breakfast. Be sure to tune in. Good night, piggies.
Kudzu, it's everywhere. I gotta get out. I gotta get out. Help me, somebody, help me.
Won't be long now. Then, ladies, good night.
Buford will save us. Dutch will get here.
There's Buford now.
Buford! 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 Buford!
He can't save you.
Buford! 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 Oh! Buford!
Mommy, there's a stuff in our... They crawled through my window and got in my bed. What? Yeah, I'll show you.
rescue of my life. In fact, it's the only rescue of my life. Weapon.
Terrific, sir.
Right?
Come on, men, we're almost there!
Dutch! Dutch!
You won't do me any good.
Dutch!
Take that!
No. Be careful.
Oh! Watch it! Oh!
One girl. Let me fail.
Come on!
Getting away!
Well, guess I'll have to do this my way.
DeGrease!
Stop action. Rewind.
Who are you? What are you doing here?
Control booth. Monitor.
I don't get it. And I don't care anyway. Debbie and Dutch turned on me.
Video effects. Superimpose action. False image.
What I saw wasn't real? DeGrease tricked me?
Completed sequence.
Then it was all just a show.
True color. Accurate framing. On target.
I'm gonna punch his lights out. I'm gonna clean out his pipes. I'm gonna tear him apart.
Censorship.
I gotta go. They'll be killed. How do I get to the Kudzu? They'll leave me alive for breakfast. Can you help?
15% commission. Expenses. Creative control. Late night movies. Reruns. Memory bank.
Late night movies. Remember late night movies? Van Johnson! I remember.
Music intro. Action. Roll tape.
right, Sheriff. You got my kudzu, but I got the root. Go, that's right. Use left, use left. Use... No, it can't be.
Nice try, DeGrease.
Gotta get out of here. Bad man's hurt Reece. No, it can't be.
A road! Poor Dutch.
Hey! How y'all doing? Hey, look what I found! Come on, Dutch!
Oh, Buford, you saved us!
Is it over? Is it really over?
DeGrease escaped. I saw him running away.
Oh, Buford was right. And DeGrease has lost his credibility. No one will ever believe what he says again.
Well, what do we do about all this kudzu?
I understand it makes very good fertilizer.
I'll shovel it up today.
But there's so much of it.
Nobody could shovel all that in a day.
I can do anything I set my mind to.
Any man who shovels fertilizer like that ought to be sheriff.
I have an image problem. I think you can help me.
Roll credits.